Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Today is day 2 of my week till Christmas. So happy Sunday, and I am excited to be here today to show you a card made with the Sweet Stockings Suite. And so as far as I know, this suite is not going to be carried over into the next catalog. But you never know, sometimes we're surprised. But I do love this suite. I love the designer series paper. It's darling Sweet Stockings, and the bundle, the dies and the stamp set, Sweet Little Stockings and Stockings. This stamp set is so adorable. Okay, so today I am actually not going to stamp the little dog or the cat. I am actually going to use the candy canes on this card. So let's get started today, and I will be with you all week until Christmas doing videos. So I hope you're enjoying this. So let's get started. Okay, so today I am going to make a card using Pool Party as my cardstock base. This isn't really a Christmas color that I think of when I think of Christmas, but this is 4 1/4 by 11. I scored it at 5 1/2. And that's going to be my card base. Okay, so what I did was the designer series paper Sweet Stockings is so cute. And so what I did was I cut out a piece of the designer series paper, and I know the side is so cute, but this is the side I'm going to use today. I am going to border this on a piece of black cardstock, and I'm going to show you how that makes it pop. Just having that little tiny edge of black around our designer series paper is just does worlds of difference for these cards. So this designer series paper is 5 by 3 3/4, and the black is just a smidge bigger, and so it will layer nicely together. Okay. So I still have a nice border. Okay. So we have our card ready to go. I am going to stamp the stocking from the stamp set, this stocking right here, and several of the candy canes. Okay, so when I think of this stamp set, I always think of the animals. But to my surprise, I am loving the candy canes. And I have a dimensional on the back of the stamp set. So everything was sticking together. Okay, so this is the stamp I'm going to use. I'm going to stamp this in Memento Black because I'm going to use my blend markers. I'm going to waste my cardstock here, so I'm going to stamp it right over here. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp several of these little candy canes. One more. I'm going to stamp 5. That one didn't stamp really well. So I'll stamp one more. Okay. All right. Now, let's do some coloring. Oh, one other thing I want to do. I want to stamp one more time the top of the stocking. I'm not going to stamp the whole stocking, but I'm going to stamp just the top of it. I'm going to show you why. Okay. All right. So what I want to do now is I just want to start coloring, and I'm going to use my blends. I'm not going to do a whole lot of shading, okay? I am just going to do like, just use it kind of like a marker. So if you have your Stampin' Right markers, they would certainly work well to do this. And I'm doing every third one in Old Olive. And the reason is because I'm going to come back and do 2 more colors. So I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler. So I'm just using the darks. Sometimes these tips get feathered, and it actually works better to use this side. This is more like a Sharpie tip. I don't know if you can see it. More like a Sharpie tip instead of a brush tip. And it holds up better, actually, to pressure. So when you're putting a little pressure on those brush tips, they have a tendency to feather, which is, you know, you want to go light touch. And when you first get your markers, you're going to be like, oh, I love that brush tip. And you're going to want to use that all the time. And it does kind of wear it out a little bit sometimes because these are not refillable, right? They come as a set. You get the light and a dark. And they're $9. And so sometimes we do have a tendency to put a little too much pressure on them. So I'm just going to color in my candy cane. And I probably don't need do the whole candy cane. I'm not even going to do that one. That one didn't turn out great. So I'm just going to do these other ones instead. So I hope you're all ready for Christmas. Seems like it's snuck up on me a little bit. I mean, you know, I had the cold and kind of put me out of commission for, I don't know. Unfortunately, I got it like the day after Thanksgiving. And there was no fever or anything involved. It was just a head cold. But kind of did wipe me out for a short time, a couple days. Because, you know, you're just like trying to sleep and you're trying to blow your... Oop, I did it. Oh, it's all right. Kind of messed that one up, but that's okay. And so, yeah, it kind of did mess me up for a short time. But can't blame that. I can't blame everything on that. I've been trying to do a lot as far as, you know, all the shopping and all that stuff. Now, there's a die to cut this out, but guess what? My cut and emboss is way over there on the credenza, and I'm over here, and I didn't bring it over, so I'm just going to cut these out quickly. Ooh, they're tiny, though. Be easier if I would have cut them out with a cut and emboss. So yeah, I got a little bit behind on my everything, really. My card making, my gift wrapping, just a little bit. Not bad. I'm catching up. Just drink more coffee, right? I don't know if you saw my Instagram. There was a cute Instagram a few days ago about drink more coffee and, I don't know, get more done. Does make me hyper, so I don't know if caffeine does that to you, but ugh. If I drink caffeine too late in the day, yeah, I pay the price. I don't sleep that night. I have to be careful. My daughter's like, really? I would hate that, Mom, if I couldn't drink coffee later in the day, because that's her go-to. But she has 3 kids, so she needs it more than I do, I think. And she works full-time, so. How do people do it? I don't know. I love retirement. I really love retirement. I have 2 friends who are retiring at the end of the month coming up, and they're going to love it. I keep telling them, you're going to love it. Okay, got those done. Those took a little longer than I thought. Okay, so now what am I going to do? I'm just going to cut this out. And I'm going to show you. You've probably seen this technique, but I'm going to show you anyway. It's kind of like a paper piecing technique. Okay. And I'll do this one too. I love this stocking. I like how it turned out with the 3 colors. I was kind of like, oh, should I just cut it out of designer series paper? I was like, no, let's use the blends. See how that works. Okay, almost done. Okay, got that done. All right, now what I did was, so there's a die in the stockings dies, and it's this one. It's a tag. And so out of the Sweet Stockings designer series paper, I cut one of these out. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add this, and I'm trying to decide if I should make it straight and make the stocking cockeyed. Oh yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this to my cardstock. Let's see, I have to decide where I'm going to put my saying. Yeah, I'm going to put it a little higher. Put a saying on there. And I see a little bit of this that needs to be trimmed off. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is add this. So this is the paper piecing part, right? So this is going to get added at the top. See how cute that is? So the top is designer series paper. And now I'm going to stick my candy canes coming out of the stocking. Ooh, so sticky on the back. Okay, now I'm going to put a little glue on the back of each of those so they don't wobble around. Tiny, tiny bit. Okay. Flip that over and put it up a little higher, right? Because I'm going to have my saying down here. All right, now I am going to use Christmas greetings for the my little saying at the bottom. And what do I have here? I have a little piece of I'm gonna use my Pool Party ink. So this is a photopolymer set, right? So it's gonna be stained. So you see I've used it with reds. So it's pink now. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see. Where do I want this? I'll put it right there for now. Oh, yeah. Okay. And I kind of want that a little thinner. Do I dare cut this by hand? You're probably all cringing. No, use your paper trimmer. Let's just wing it. There we go. Now I have to decide where I want that. Okay. I'm going to trim this kind of tight. That. I am going to pop that up on some dimensionals. And all I have are these small ones here, so that's what I'm using. I'm not going to go over and get the bigger ones, even though that would have been smart. Where do I want this, guys? It's a big saying. I'll put it right here. And I think it needs, so in this suite, we have these matte decorative dots that coordinate with the designer series paper. And I think I'm going to add a few. I think I'm going to add, and don't you love them? They're like different degrees. They go in different degrees of color. So they go light to dark, dark to light, whatever. I think I'm going to use the old olive. And I'm going to use the little one. Oh, those are so cute. And then I'm going to use a bigger one up here. And you know what's cool about it is these are all separate. So like you can pull this loose if you wanted to. I don't know why you'd want to, but that's the way they cut them this time. Okay, so there's our card today. I did use the candy canes instead of the little animal face, and I think it's so cute. Hope you enjoyed this card and be watching tomorrow for day 3 of A Week Till Christmas. Bye.